Well, good morning. Greetings and salutations. Packing up the bike again, getting ready for another day out here in Sturgis.
Hi.
So what are we going to do today? We went through Spearfish Canyon yesterday, and it was lovely. And today is going to be the Badlands. And we'll also do Wall Drug, and there's a ghost town or abandoned town called Scenic that we're planning on going to. And then, of course, we'll finally get to Sturgis proper. So, those are our plans. Let's get to it on today's Graybeard Biker. Now, we didn't get to Devil's Tower yesterday. Lots of reasons. The main reason being that it was a rainstorm on the radar, and it's about, about 2 hours away from our cabin here. And using the night before as a barometer, I did not want to get stuck in the wet and cold. So we decided we got plenty of time. We'll be here a whole week. So we'll just go to Devil's Tower a different day. Venture into Wyoming. But today promises to be fun. So we're going to first head out to the Badlands. We're going to hit that first. And then we will go from there probably to, maybe we'll hit Scenic first. We'll go to Scenic first, which evidently is not a really big deal. They call it a ghost town on the internet, but I just talked to a local guy who says that it's an abandoned town, but not much. So not expecting a whole lot there. But after that, we're going to the Badlands Scenic Byway. That I expect to be something. Then Wall Drugs, and then all the Sturgis things. Actual Sturgis, city limits Sturgis things. So, let's get going. But today is going to be a little different because it's lunchtime and I'm hungry. So I'm going to spend part of the narration portion of this, not just here, but I'm going to take you with me on the road. So our first stop on day 5 is going to be to head out to Scenic, South Dakota, which is on the way to the Badlands. On the way to Scenic, and I noticed this because we passed by Scenic to begin with, came up upon me too quick and I couldn't turn fast enough, but I saw a sign that said, you know, Badlands this way. And that sign pointed to a gravel road, which is not something that sounded too exciting to those of us on a motorcycle. Matter of fact, there were lots of people that were stopped at that road looking at their phone trying to determine if they were going to bother to go down this road, because gravel on a motorcycle, not fun, especially if you're by yourself and you don't have a buddy with you or anything. This is Scenic, South Dakota. It's supposed to be a ghost town. It's just really an abandoned town. In a very small town at that. But just the same, let's take a look. It's right outside Badlands Scenic Bypass. The gas pump's not working.
Why the gas pump's not working?
I know.
They got a house behind, and they got a couple houses back there.
Okay, I was framed.
I was framed.
I was framed.
You likely,
Give me a
likely
mouthpiece.
story.
Give me a mouthpiece.
Likely story. That's
Give
what
me a
they
good
all
lawyer.
say.
Thank you. Oh, you guys rode the Custer. Have you rode Badlands before?
Not yet.
Oh, no?
Nope,
This is our first trip up here.
Where's the entrance?
Well, there is down there. There's a sign that says it's that way, but it's a gravel road.
Yeah, I know it. I hate gravel roads.
I don't
that
know
it?
if that's the right one.
Right. I know it. I went down this way and I got off on a gravel road, and nobody. You get up there. You better be careful.
Yeah.
Don't go alone. I mean, if you get on a gravel road, don't go
It's
alone.
supposed to be 240 is the highway number to the scenic to Badlands Scenic whatever, and I haven't seen that yet. But I passed this, and I went down there and I saw there's a sign that says that way, but I didn't see the highway number.
How could it be so radio edit confusing? How,
Right.
Badlands Scenic. I mean, the place. Just say the place you want to go right here.
Right.
This way.
Why
This
people
way.
are coming
This way.
over here.
Not over here. Not dirt roads. Not over here. This way for the scenic Badlands.
Yeah. If you buy this town, you can do that.
This is interesting, though. It must have been a really major tourist attraction at one time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on the internet. It calls it a ghost town. Well,
Yeah. Well, I
it's
guess.
abandoned.
Yeah, I think that would qualify. But yeah, it's interesting as hell.
So our first stop is scenic South Dakota, named for the stunning views in and around this area of the Black Hills. This small town once bustled as the last stop for travelers on the way to the Badlands or into the Black Hills, depending on which direction you're going. But in recent years, it's more of a ghost town. That's actually how I found it. When I was researching the routes that I would take on this day inside of the Googles, I saw scenic, ghost town. And I was like, what? We've all heard about ghost towns since we were children. It was something that people used to go do, is see ghost towns. So I thought this would be an interesting little side quest. Now, as we get there, this is not some touristy place. It's an actual ghost town. It's mostly owned by a single family. They do have a post office, but they no longer have the saloon, the train depot, the museums, the merchant stores, and everything that they used to have. Now, it's just a abandoned town that kind of tells the story of tougher times. Now, Scenic's charm lies in its history. It was once famous for its colorful characters, from rodeo riders to traders, even some of the wild frontier troublemakers. So this town sells itself as a little slice of the faded Wild West spirit, which makes it a must-stop for those of us that are interested in history and seeing unique things. Hi, welcome. Get in the way. You see this guy? He just blocked everybody from seeing this building. Don't be this guy.
What are you even doing? You're not getting out or anything.
I don't know. This guy, douche canoe.
So this is on your list, right?
Just thought I'd see a gas station. Then it's on to the Badlands. Now, gas stations around here are rare. So when you see one, hit the brakes. Fuel up, bike, rider, passenger. Now, in our case, I desperately needed a gas station. And the closest one was the next town down. So I headed down that way and saw yet another sign that said Badlands this way and another gravel road. So we're headed down. We're worried we're gonna not be able to find a gas station, and then an oasis off in the corner up here is this old country gas station, and it's filled with bikes. You know, sometimes these simple stops were where you meet the most interesting people, fellow riders that you're going to swap stories with over the gas pump. I haven't seen a gas pump this old since I was a child. No digital displays at all, still analog. But we fill up the tank, go inside and get us some drinks, some snacks, because it's hot outside. Then finally we decided, okay, let's head on to the Badlands. Now, one thing that I didn't know that you need to know is that the state of South Dakota takes every possible opportunity to make money. And so, when you roll up to the Badlands, it's been made into a gated entrance, and you have to pay to ride through. Ends up being well worth it though. All right, so here we are on the Badlands Scenic Highway. You do have to pay $25 to get in. And I say get in because it's a national park. So that's how they get you $25 to ride on a pretty road. They call it a park. Not the only place. Let's get back on the road. The Badlands, an awe-inspiring national park that covers 240,000 acres of rough terrain. It's a desert out here, without the sand. Just sharp rock formations, deep buttes, and barren yet beautiful prairies. So now we're winding through the Badlands, and the next thing on our list is this wall drugstore, which does not sound like something that you would stop at. but there are signs for it everywhere. Just like if you're in the South and you see all the signs that say Sea Rock City, there's signs all over the place about wall drugs. So let's check it out. All right, so we are sitting at Wall Drugs, not the store, the cafe that's inside the store, because we just got done with the Badlands and we're hungry again. So we're gonna do that first. Then we'll walk you around, let you see what everything looks like, and tell you the story of Wall Drugs. Now, Wall Drugs is not just any drugstore. It is a drugstore that was born out of grit, the American dream, and clever marketing. Now, the history of Wall Drugs is interesting. This guy, his name was Ted Schusted or something, I can't remember. But he got an inheritance of $3,000. Now you have to remember, back in the Wild West days or whatever this was, not anytime recently, that was a lot of money. No, that was a lot of money when I was in high school. But he got $3,000, which then was enough to start a business. So he bought this store in Wall, South Dakota. Hello? This is Juan. So all of it isn't like this. If you walk to the left, it just becomes walking through drugstore, through trinket store, through drugstore, through trinket store, until you get to the cafe, the ice cream fountain, ice cream shop, parlor, soda fountain, all that stuff. But this is the place that looks like you're outside. Other than that, it's just walking through stores. Moved his wife there and opened up this drugstore. He'd gone to school for pharmacy, I guess, whatever they had then. But he opened up this drugstore. And the town of Wall only had like 300 people in their population. It's a very small town, which wasn't enough to keep the business going. So eventually they ran out of savings, and poor Ted looked at his wife, started to panic, said, look, I think we're gonna have to, close up shop. And as the story goes, the wife, I believe it was, had an idea to give ice water to travelers that were out in the South Dakota heat. Because water was not something, you couldn't just stop at a quickie store back then either, right? So they started putting up these signs for free ice water at Wall Drugstore, which is where the whole sign thing started. And so people would stop by Wall Drugstore for free ice water, and while they were there, they would get some of the other things the drugstore offered. Food, knickknacks, whatever it was. And that's how it became a roadside attraction, which it still is to this day. This is how you get big.
I wish I were big.
We finally found a buffalo tame enough for her to hug.
Yeah, he's very chill, I must say. Yeah. I feel so bad I can't.
Safety and taxidermy. And this is inside of quote unquote the backyard. You know, because nothing screams South Dakota like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Did you make a new friend?
I did. She's the quiet type, but she's very warm and loving. Right? Got a quirky little history in the shadows of the Badlands. Alright, so we just got done being at Wall Drug, and we're almost catty corner across the street is Badlands Harley Davidson, which is a t-shirt shop. And so now we're trying to get to Sturgis proper. So it is what? Wednesday, it's Tuesday. It's the first time we've actually gone to the Sturgis part of Sturgis. Issue that we have, not just right here it's really bad, but everywhere in South Dakota, cell service, not good. Wi-Fi service, not good. The places that we've gotten Wi-Fi from, the service has still been bad. So, something to note. Offload maps. All right, let's get this party started. So, we leave Wall and start heading towards Sturgis. And we look up, and the skies are dark once again. And they open up. Yes, that's right. Once again, it starts to rain. Now, this time, we were smart enough to bring rain gear. So we pull over, put on our rain gear before pressing on. All right, so yes, we are putting on rain gear because it's supposed to be raining in Sturgis, which also means we're probably not going to Sturgis tonight. We will wait out the rain at the cabin. But we'll probably get hit by rain between here and the cabin. Hence, always bring your rain gear. The other thing that this does is it'll make it not rain because we just went through the trouble of putting it on. Always. It's like carrying an umbrella.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
know.
Eerie.
Now we got back to the cabin, took off our rain gear, and decided, you know what? It's dinner time. And dinner time comes rain, sleet, snow, shine, doesn't matter. So we jump into the Jeep to find a place to eat dinner. And while we're out, the rain stops. So we decide to stop by Black Hills Harley Davidson while we're out. Issue with that is that they were rolling up their sidewalks. You've heard me rant about that before. Not a new soapbox. So we walk around a little bit, see as much as we can, realize that it's definitely something we're gonna have to come back to because there's vendors set up outside. It's a huge setup, but they're rolling up the sidewalk. So that's going to do it for today. Part 4, day 5 of our Sturgis adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, all of that YouTubey stuff. Our next episode is going to be day 6. And in day 6, we finally make it into Sturgis proper. We go to Pappy Hoyle's, we go to the Full Throttle Saloon, the Buffalo Chip, and we walk around Sturgis, South Dakota. So make sure you hit that notification bell so that you know when it's released. And I'll see you then. Until then, stay free. Keep it shiny side up.